Hello, let's start backtesting session for AUD CAD. Today we will just go and select random bar. So random bar selected. And now we just see what our lowest possible time frame is. It is 1 hour for entry time frame. And so for hours, 8 hours will be our medium time frame, and daily, weekly will be our higher time frame. So let's go to monthly. On monthly, we just quickly see that we recently the most clear move was this bullish move, then a lot of range price action, and then some bearishness started to develop, and so we created this huge bearish move and huge impulse with just back and forth price action, and inside these ranges a lot of arguments could be made to both sides. So not too much information from the monthly. On the weekly, we see from one hand we see this bearish development, yes, and the market was moving to the downside. However, then broke this high and then tapped into deeper zone, took out this high, continued bullish, took out this high, tapped into the zone, tried to continue bullish, didn't continue, took the high, tapped into the zone, but didn't continue to the upside. And so this chain of supply started to develop, and now most recently we are moving to the bearish side. And so because of that, until this zone is holding, so internally we are bearish, from the standpoint of swing moves, I guess we are more, again, 50-50. And yeah, practically we are bullish. We just took this high, but again, this could be a liquidity grab. But the bullishness is pretty strong here. And on the daily, we see this bearish trend, which started, we could say, with this distribution here, and continued with standard trend, with redistributions here, some smaller here, and that's all. So on one hand, even if bearishness wants to continue, we could expect redistribution and continuation to the downside. And from the bullish side, we only have this one bullish shift and a start of a pullback. Relative to this bullish impulse, this is a pullback, and relative to overall context, this is a reaction to a deeper zone. So I will follow possible setups on 1 hour to the bearish side, and then if we break this high or just start to go to the upside, I will follow the market. And on 1 hour, on our entry time frame, we see the market that was moving to the downside and then started to move to the upside. Recently we are in this horizontal range, which could be treated differently because of contradictions that we have in the time frames. Yeah, but also like objectively we have this bullish leg, which is pushing the price, and this technical reaccumulation, and this is the latest confirmation of reaccumulation, this bullish push, a slow pullback into the zone. So if price will do something like this, I will be okay to join it. If not, and we break to the downside, it will mean that we are back in confluence with our daily. Yeah, remember, daily is a downtrend and we are tapped into the zone. So if we break this, then this will be the target overall. So because of that, let's just see what happens. So we are just ranging in the zone, but we definitely don't see any bullish price, any bullishness here. We just slowly melting into the zone, and it seems like these lows get created to only be liquidated. So this fractal redistribution possibly. So still ranging, nothing clear here, and we are breaking to the downside. I think this bearish push will be basically responsible for the break of these lows and these lows. And okay, I'm still here. And okay, now I want to decide if I want to enter on this impulse correction, impulse confirmation pattern. And I would enter it, but we are still in the same horizontal range. It could be a beginning of a bigger move, but I better just skip it. Yeah, so we are continuing to build price to the downside, and we have this impulse correction impulse. However, the impulse is weak, the correction is weak as well, so I'm just will miss it. Okay, and okay, no, still messy, but we definitely, so overall I see this market moving to the downside so far. Bullish, some bullish reaction, but again we are still in the same range, showing pretty bullish reaction here. So we are having this chain of demand that is building up. So right now we have absolutely the same range like we had in the beginning of the backtesting, but now we are breaking it more impulsively. So could it be a continuation of distribution? Let's see. Okay, nice. Yeah, so we basically broke all these highs. So now if this of course will not reverse in a V shape, I see this price coming to this low, so let's mark it as our main liquidity point, and until price will go there we can use it to find some entries, but we are pretty close already. So this was impulse correction impulse pattern here, impulse correction impulse, but I basically missed it. So we have a correction, and ideally now we will have this, we take this this high, and this will be a book setup here, but book setups, they don't happen too often. Now I need to decide if I want to join this impulse correction impulse pattern for possible continuations. And you know, because we extended in the move here, and the very best entry was here actually, now it's a bit too late for me, so I will just wait. But if we will take this that high, then I'm okay to join. So we are ranching again. Okay, so we took this high, we are tapping into the zone, but just breaking it to the upside now and confidently moving to the upside. So you know, I will just consider this as a reaccumulation here. So we had this bigger move, pullback, and now very clear impulses to the upside. Better entries was here and here, but this one could be nice as well. And you know what? I think that we are a bit extended here on 2 hours and 4 hours. Yeah, so on 4 hours we are already in the top of the impulse. So I will not enter here. We'll just see what the price will do. So it would tap me, but then probably stop me out. Let's see. Yeah, so it stops, would stop the position. We created this reaccumulation here, and until this is holding, this is pretty bullish market. Okay, and after we took these lows, we have this impulse correction and in fractal impulse correction and possible impulse to the upside. So I want to enter here, and then once it breaks here, I want to enter here for a possible repeat entry. So we are tapped, we are tapped, and because we had this just range start of the trade and we didn't have a push through the high, we just took the liquidity and went to the downside at once. It should probably be a stop out for the trade. Yeah, so this is a -1 here. And now let's see if the second scenario will develop. So it is starting to develop, and we have this impulse correction and one more impulse to the upside. So I will enter on the market. We'll put my stop loss here. So this will be the enter, and this will be the target for 4R. And let's see if it will be stopped out. I do not want to enter in the same range again more than 2 times. So we had some bullish reaction, but it just does not work. Now we have some definitely this is a new scandal and this New York open time. So let's see if it wants to push, but usually even if we want to push after the news, it will take out the liquidity first and then continue, or it will just range and take everyone out in this manner. So let's see. The snoring in the background, if you can hear it, this is my dog snoring. Yeah, so it stopped it, and now we'll do what? Just range and go to the bullish side. Okay, so this is -2 here, and we have continuations to the upside after we took the liquidity. So again, I'm entering with the market here, stop loss. So entry possibly here, and for our target. So let's see if the market has the strength to continue. Again, rangy, and this is not a good sign for the trade. Yeah, so we have one more -1, which is okay because I'm targeting 4R, so we just need one winner to come back to profit. On the daily, what we have here is second bullish shift to the upside. So we had this break, and until this is holding, we can consider this as a pretty overall bullish market. But with that said, we don't want to forget about this leg, and we don't want to forget that this could be just a redistribution here. So yeah, I don't want to follow bearishness for now. So we are just in a range, we are just in this range, this horizontal pretty messy range here, and maybe we will start to build a demand chain to the upside, which we are doing right now. And so let's maybe take this low now. Okay, great, we took the low, and now it would be great to continue to the upside. Okay, and what we have here is we took the low, tapped into some unmitigated zones here, basically last unmitigated zones, and then created this impulse correction and impulse pattern. However, we are moving to the downside right now, and yeah, so this pretty rangy, pretty unclear. Now moving to the downside a bit, and yeah, now I want to follow this leg here, this leg to the bearish side. The context would be, but again, we are a bit extended on 4 hours. Yeah. Okay, leaving it as is. Okay, so we started to move to the downside. We also tapped into the deepest zone on daily, and now we just need to use our lower time frame guides, our lower time frames to guide us, because now lower time frames are bearish in confluence with a bearish pressure from the daily overall, but against this bullish push on daily. And yeah, so we don't have full confluence, unfortunately. However, if we do something like this and then break again and then create a clear setup, it would be a pretty high probability trade to enter. So something like this. And now it would be great to see a better setup. Yeah, this is pretty weak, but again, I don't know if it's weak because it was so, or because of data provider. So we have this redistribution, we have this impulse correction, and on one more possible impulse to the downside, it would be nice to enter. Again, even it will be a loser, and we should expect a loser. This is a normal situation when you can have like 4 losers in a row, and yeah, it's just part of the statistics. So again, we have some bearish development in the start of the trade. So we got tapped, I guess here, yeah. So we got tapped here, went to the bearish side, to the bullish side, just ranging. Of course, this daily area of demand will provide some reaction, but we also remember that we are pretty bearish from the higher time frames. Pushing a bit lower, but it's too early to go for break even, because we have this high. The price could easily take this before continuation to the downside, so I don't see myself at break even yet, and I see myself at one more -1. And let's see how it goes after that. So we took all the highs. Now if the market will continue to the bear side, we can join again. Instead, we are showing a reaction from the daily zone, and we have more development to the bullish side, especially with this impulse, liquidity grab, and possible impulse correction, impulse to the upside. So now, because daily showed the reaction, let's try and enter here for a possible first winner, which hopefully will take us to the break even. So one more impulse correction, didn't tap, and yeah, didn't tap, and instead started to fall, took even more liquidity, and went back to the same levels, created this impulse correction and impulse pattern, which makes me comfortable with entering on the market and targeting for R. So one more -1, and followed by a bullish development. So let me record. And let's use this impulse correction impulse for a possible entry here if it gets tapped. It does not. Let's wait for London. So we have some bullishness here, but it's so slow, kind of slow and weak. I don't even know. So let's try this impulse correction, impulse pattern. Impulse, impulse correction, impulse. Possible impulse. So no tap yet. So we got a tap here with a nice bullish push through the high. Let's see. Let's just see. Okay, so we have one more -1 here, which is a pretty big losing streak, I would say. And what we have, so we have still the same daily range here, still moving to take out these highs, and I will just follow it. So let's see how it goes. Right now it's technically a reaccumulation from 1 hour. One more impulse, correction, and possible impulse to the upside, but we need to take some lows first. Something like this. And one more impulse, correction impulse. Let's follow the price. So tapped into the trade and starting some development. But we can't hold ourselves high in the price. So this was a good push, but then just came back for the stop loss, I guess. No, so we are still in the trade. Of course, if we break this high, then it should be a break-even level. Okay, so this is a break-even, and take profit at last. So here we have +4, which brings us overall to 2, 3, 4, -2. So we need one more winner to take us to winning, like winning results, I guess. So overall, the bias from the daily stood, and we created one more high. So we are moving in these clusters, in this chain of demand, and the next chain point is this one. Why this? Because everything here is mitigated, so this is a chain in itself, and then it finishes here. So my main two scenarios is bullish or bullish. And also I want to take a quick look at all the trades I had so far and just see how they went. So this was okay, I guess. This was also okay. We just had news, and we actually almost reached the target. So I even think that this trade in live, when we were here, it should be a break even, but I just didn't move to break even. This one was also okay. It was just a bit extended on the daily, but the setup in itself was okay. This one probably should not be here because we are acting here in a daily demand zone, and yeah, this one and these two were okay, but the market just decided to continue to range, and then only later provided us with a better entry. Okay, with a better entry. So right now we are what? We are moving to the upside. We are moving to the upside on daily, on 4 hours, on 1 hour, and this is what we will be looking for. Right now it's a bit overextended, so we need some pullback to then enter at better price. Okay, and this pullback happening. Now we just need to choose the setup. So this setup is impulse correction and possible impulse to the upside is pretty fine in my opinion. So if we break above, I would like to enter. So we are tapped, but at the same time what happened here is while the setup was developing, so we had this range, then left it, and then we created this new horizontal range. So what I actually expect is something like this, and then continuation to the upside. But I'm in the trade already. Let's see how it goes. Maybe the market has some strength to push even higher. So this will be a break-even level for sure. So this is a break-even level. So we will not have a loser at least. Let's do it. And by the way, this situation is so often, I mean, it's not maybe so often, but it's regular in the live markets, especially when you trade like 3-4 hour, when it just reverses below your target, and then it often just will go to break even right now, like now, you see. So this definitely a break even. So yeah, unfortunately, this is just a break even. This is the negative side of a higher RR system. Yeah, but we have what we have. I now do not expect this zone to hold. I expect this to be taken out. Why I expect so? Because we actually didn't reach the chain of demand itself, and this push is pretty strong. We already created this distribution. Now we are just moving in a down movement market. We didn't have up shifts on the way to the zone, and these upshifts would tell us that this is likely an accumulation. But since we didn't have them, we just have a plain down trend. Now the first shift to the upside will make it a possible redistribution to go even lower, or we just go lower from here like it is. Yeah, so you see we just go lower, and this zone is pretty interesting. So let's see what happens here. So we just move through the zone, no basically no bullish reaction, and we just continue to the downside. So let's reevaluate our high time frames and middle time frames. So on the high time frames, we just tapped into some really higher zones here, and then created a huge push to the downside. I would consider this as a part of this bearish context, and until this bearish leg is holding, I'm now more bearish on the market. There were some setups here, but because of daily impulses to the upside, I didn't take them. Now we want to see some good pullback. Okay, so this we have first pullback and immediate continuations to the downside. So you know, since the market is so it pushes so hard, but again it now lost its speed, and now we are in this range. So I will wait some time. Just breaking the lows, you know, breaking the laws of markets by breaking the lows so many times in a row. I mean, some entries were here. This could possibly just push through the low, sorry. And yeah, you know, let's try, since it's so aggressive, let's just try to enter here. Let's FOMO into the market and try to join the downtrend. So we already have some bullish reaction, and this should be a loser. Definitely should be a loser, unless we just break these lows as crazy, because right now we have a lot of liquidity below these lows, especially after this overextension, and now below these lows. Of course, most likely it will just go and take everything here before continuing lower, or even this high will be taken. So let's see. And by the way, what was our target while we were analyzing overall? When did we start to, oh yeah, so this was our target from this possible redistribution, but it never did went here. It went instead high up, and now it's moving to the downside, and we are entering really extended. So this was entry area, but now this is pretty late, and this more like waiting area. So yeah, I will be extremely surprised if the market will just not go and do this. I will be extremely surprised. Okay, I am extremely surprised because yeah, the market was pretty overextended. Now, do I want to move to break even? No, I want to have one more like correction and then continuations to the downside. So we have correction and a break. Yeah, so this definitely a break even now. Oh no, it reverses again. Fuck. So what it will be? One more break even trade? Possibly yes. I will be double extremely surprised if it will be a winner. Okay, I am double extremely surprised. Like this is, yeah, actually it worked. You see, definitely this liquidity just allowed the market to run like crazy, and then after this redistribution we had some setups here, but we were already in the market, so great. Yeah, with this winner this could be already a good session, but right now it's only 2 plus 2, I think. Yeah, so we started really poorly, and now we are in the positive again, and we actually reached our this main liquidity point, and bearish pressure from this leg proved itself. We are extremely extended on the daily, and yeah, I don't think, I mean, the market can do just something like this and then fall, but most likely we will see a reaction to the upside, which I don't want to trade because I expect a reaction something like this. So not too far and not too fast, not too clean. So yeah, this is a reaction to the upside. Now the question is if we want to take these highs before continuing to the downside, because right now the market is very bearish. So yeah, we just continue to range. Okay, great, because if we will go, the higher we go, the better, because then we will have more space in a bearish bias to work with. And let's see what we have on daily. On daily, we have this extreme zone, and we are tapping into it now, taking this intermediate high as liquidity to fuel the move to the downside. And now this is the main liquidity point. Unfortunately, all this swing leg is so overextended that we can even do something like this before actually reaching the point. So we need to guide ourselves with medium time frames, and medium time frames right now are bullish, that are tapping into supply zone. So is this a distribution on 1 hour? It could be, definitely could be, and we have some decisive bearish price action here in the daily zone itself. So let's try to follow this impulse correction and impulse pattern. But you know, first I want to see this this high taken out. Again, we are not like in this phase 2 trend development market when it's just fallen. We are in a distribution which is characterized more by back and forth, as you can see, and it usually taps into the deeper zones. So okay, great, we took this high and that high, and now now let's see, because right now it's still pretty bullish here. So we went a little bit above this high, and we created this bullishness on the daily. We are actually in the recent daily demand zone, which could play bad jokes with us. And also we have this bullish leg in the development, and this as reaccumulation. Yeah, so until this bullishness is holding, I will follow it bullish, but I will remember that we are bearish from the higher time frames. Okay, so still pretty rangy and unclear, to be honest. So impulse, we have impulse correction and possible impulse to the upside. No tap, just bearish price action. So this is cancelled. And will we go to the downside from here? This is a nice itself, nice setup itself, but it's a bit extended. I wanted to place a setup here. Okay, let's wait for a small pullback. Okay, so I will just enter with on the market here, because this basically an entry point that I wanted to take from on the break of this low. So we are in the trade. The basis for this one is overall bearish pressure from higher time frames. So I treat this as a redistribution, institutional redistribution. This is distribution. We made this move to the downside. We created this chain. We created this impulse, took the highs, and then created impulse correction, impulse to the downside. So we have first bullish bearish push, and now the question is if the price wants to hold itself below these lows, and if it can continue to the bearish side. So we have a good initial move, and yeah, of course now if we break here, I will be at break even. But because the bullishness is so strong and we are in the internal daily bullish zone, so I mean this zone, actually it's not even internal, it's structural, as you can see. So we had a break, then yeah, I just, as always, expecting a loser. Okay, let me go to break even. Maybe no, it does not want to allow me to go to break even. Yeah, just rearrange the price action. It can do anything. Okay, you know, I'm moving to break even here. And yeah, but this is the way, you know. One more break even after a really promising push. So we have one more break even recorded, and let's continue. So now we have a reaction from the daily zone, from the daily internal zone, and like our closest target is this, but and the pressure from the market is pointing to the upside, and we have a lot of space to move in this overextended bearish push. So again, I'm continuing to be bullish. We have this impulse correction patterns, and we can try to enter. So we are tapped, we have some bullish push, we have more bullish push. We are moving to break even from here, definitely. I don't want to lose after such a push to the upside. So it taps us at break even again. So one more break even. Yeah, this is a hard session, you know, this is a hard session. But break even is also good. So now will it go to the bullish side again? If the market was strong, then this huge impulse should hold itself, but instead it just slowly starts to fall through the zone. And again, if the daily zone wanted to hold itself, it would do it from here and would actually go and break it, but it didn't. And because of this, I will think until this bearish leg is holding, I will think that this is a big liquidity grab, and yeah, I will search for some bearishness, and I will try to enter bearish from here. Like we have this impulse correction and impulse correction fractally. The problem, we didn't to take this high, but again, we don't need to do it. It can just continue and fall through the zone, especially now when we have this bullish push and we have a lot of liquidity here, so we can just go and fall into it. So we are tapped in the trade and now expecting a loser as always. So we have one more impulse correction, now possible fractal redistribution. Now we are, I mean, technically we should move to break even, but now it will take me again. Yeah, so now I'm moving to break even, and now it reverses again. I don't know, it just, it's like I want to say fuck you. Yeah, it just reverses and starts to build this chain, and it holds itself. Fucking bastard. One more break even after almost reaching to the target. Okay. So the overall bias is still bearish. So let me do something like this. Bearish from this move and bearish from this internal move. So I don't think this zone is relevant anymore. And this is the latest zone. We'll look for some bearishness from here. Impulse correction, impulse a bit extended, and so let's take some highs first. So we're taking this and one more impulse correction, possible impulse, but I don't like the range. I don't like the range. Too often I got stopped out in such ranges, but the entry was not there anyway. So some bearishness is visible. We are kind of holding this chain here and like pushing into these lows. Should I enter here? Let's try. If we break, let's try to enter. So not breaking, break into the upside, so this is cancelled, still in the same range. Now after that possible manipulation, just continue to range, but we should be careful. Okay, and break into the downside. I will just enter with the market, stop loss here. And now the most probable scenario is this. So this one minus one, and the entry should be here, but I'm late, so I enter with the market, and let's see. So a good move to the downside, move to the upside for possible redistribution. I don't like this bullish push, really don't like it. If we break the lows, then move into break even here, move into break even, and waiting for a reverse, of course, waiting for a reverse. Yes, so this is a break even. So a loser and a break even here. So -1 and a break even. I never liked AUD USD and AUD CAD as well, because as you can see on weekly, we're just ranging, and so we have something like this on the higher time frames and middle time frames. Okay, so but overall we are still bearish. Why we are bearish? So by the way, you see how this played out. Why we are still bearish? Because we are moving to the downside. We had this push, we had this push, we have this zone, and now of course this high will be taken. So let's see. No, it actually holds itself perfectly, and even create some setup, but at this point I would be break even. And actually this was the entry itself, and it took me out at 1 pip. So nothing to do here, we are overextended. Now we have a nice pullback, and let's see what we have. I'm expecting a bit more bullish upside from here. Okay, and we have impulse, correction, and possible impulse to the downside. So let's just enter with the market, stop loss here, and this will be our target below the low. So we have again a good bearish push, and then again a bullish push against the entry, and what we will have, a loser here. This is my break-even level. So moving to break-even. So usually this should be a target now. Okay, so this was extremely weird trade, but it actually held itself and provided the move to the target. This is why it's important to hold. And I had exactly the same trades in live when it just almost went to take profit and then reverses a lot and then takes it all the way to the profit target. Okay, great. So now we are +1, +5. Oh, it's a really hard backtested session, but you know, I'm proud of myself, because a lot of trades actually were good, and the bias was correct, but really the market just I don't know, it's just hard, you know, just hard to trade. And consider this trade, for example. It actually went to all the way to take profit, but also took me out just a little bit. This trade also short. It went to take profit before took me out at break even. This one stopped me out and then went to take profit. So yeah. So I will make a little break and then continue. Okay, and let's continue. So right now we establish a stable bearish trend on daily, on weekly, and on 4 hours. On daily, on weekly, we are a bit extended in the impulse itself. So usually after moves like this, you expect some sideways or even a deeper pullback. But again, weekly is not so relevant to 1 hour. So daily is looking to take out this low. It actually already takes it out, but usually price needs to go a bit lower, and then the main scenario for us will be a pullback to take this high or even this high and then continue. Supply chain is holding somewhere here. Let's go back to 1 hour. 1 hour just created this big move, so nothing to do here because we are extended for bearishness, but for bullishness the context is not there, and yeah, we don't expect bullish price action to be clear from here. So now we have some cleanup, some pullback, and we have this extreme zone got tapped. Everything here is cleaned, and we have impulse correction, possible new impulse. Do I want to enter here? If this exact setup was like here, it would be great, but now we are so extended, I'm not sure if we will have anything for us, you know. I will just wait for some tap into this zone at least. Yeah, if anything, I think this market will continue to the bullish side. No, let's just go and do something like this. So we have 4R to tap into the zone. So we are tapped. So I don't know, it's just yeah, we just too extended, so it's the entry based on this. So we have good bullish push, and now coming back. Of course we remember that all the bearish pressure is like pushing and pressuring, yeah, the price to go lower and lower, but this point and after this bullish push combined with extension on weekly, I just expect this or this or this kind of price action, and we have this space to go. And again, on backtesting sessions and on live, I just saw it a lot that price action allows some room for these pullbacks. And again, we are not entering here. We waited for this chain to step in, then we waited kind of waited yeah, for reaccumulation here, fractal reaccumulation. Yeah, and it would be great to have this trade, but let's see. It would be a pity if it just creates a perfect impulse correction impulse and goes for R to the bearish side, but probably it makes sense to move to break even when we are here. So maybe it will be just a break even trade. So we are creating this chain to the upside, impulse correction into the zone, then chain of demand, then we take this lows, create fractal reaccumulation. So this fractal reaccumulation is something like this, but more like squeezed in the space. And now we are having this impulse correction and possible impulse to take us to the take profit, hopefully, or to break even. Like, I will be extremely surprised if we will not have a break even, okay? Okay. Nice. I'm really happy for this trade, okay? So this +4, let me record. So I recorded one more plus 4R. So this is just fourth winner, and we had a bunch of break evens that had the potential to be um, winners. But again, I just want to reiterate that why I'm holding to 4R, even that I had like several trades that almost ran to 4R, because I know statistically that 4R is my best best RR so far. Even in the live journal, when I open it, I know that my statistics, they are like this, you see. So yes, more trades, they go to 3R, like 32% go to 3R, but 25% go to 4R, and overall on the long distance it gives more profit. So that's why I'm doing it. Oops. So what we have here, 16 minus 7, 9, so plus 9R. Okay, let's try to take it even to higher extensions. So we have already 1 hour. Okay, and now we are moving to the upside. But this is a pullback relative to higher time frames, and we are reacting to the zone itself on the daily. I really like the structure on daily, but what I don't like is that we didn't have any liquidity grab in a while. So for example, here we had a good liquidity grab, and then market continued with new fuel. It continued to the downside. But here it just doesn't happen. So I really expect this high to be broken. Again, it does not need to do it, and it is bearish, but I expect it to be broken, to be honest. Technically, this is a setup for entry here. Oh yeah, and it actually worked out. You see, I just missed the entry, unfortunately. So it just continues to the upside. Now we have situations like this, but I kind of I don't know. I mean, now we are even more extended on the daily. So do we want to try to trade against the trend as well? Maybe, but we didn't have any cleanups here, so we'll wait. That's interesting. So now we have same reaccumulation. We had these deeper zones to target. I don't know. I really don't feel it. So now we are in this horizontal range and moving to the downside. So yes, technically the targets are these lows, but do we want to target them really? I don't know. Now we are extended. So this common situation, you can look more about it on Photon trading, where you don't have any liquidity here, and liquidity lies behind the high itself, so the market just induces this one. Yeah, so we actually go higher, and I think we will continue to go higher, because yeah, like for a long, this is the first time we are taking this high, and you see this high is taken out, but later than I expected. And now we are bullish from this push, a bit extended on the ICI here, but just continue to push to the bullish side. We have fractal reaccumulation, and just a bit rangy price action here. So So let's try to follow it to the bullish side maybe. We are extended a bit in the impulse. So I still believe that the overall trend is bullish. Yes, this could be a potential beginning of accumulation and then continuations to the upside, but it's a bit too early to talk about it. So the entry to the long side, so there is nothing to go to the short side. It's very bullish, and it's a bit too late to go to the bullish side. So now we have this reaccumulation. Okay, we have a tap with a pretty strong price action, a tap into the zone. Oh, I'm on 4 hours, and now do I want to do anything with this? I don't. I just don't like the price action. It's range. You see, it just moves back and forth. Now more bearish pressure, and we have a lot of lows here, but it is all happening in the 4 hours zone, and we have this chain of demand, so it can continue to the upside. Overall, until this is holding, I'm bullish. Yeah, it seems it wants to go bullish. So this is basically one of the first times when we have a build up here and more clear moves to the upside and impulse correction impulse. Okay, you know, we can try to enter. Why not? Why not? So we are tapped and we are stopped out. So I'm recording one more -1, coming back to the price action here, and let's see what we have. So we tried to move to the upside, but we didn't make it, and instead we continue to move to the to the downside with this huge news impulse, news candle, and overall the bearish pressure remains, and I think this low will be taken out. However, after such huge candles, the price is just usually tends to range a lot and not do anything. So let's move to 4 hours. And we kind of continue the bearish trend. This week I just disregarded and look at this leg. So we are taking these highs, we are moving to the downside. I mean, right now fractal we are moving to the upside, and now coming back to the downside. This high will probably be taken out. Okay, nice. Now we have this zone. Okay, this is really weird, like maximum weirdility. What? Weirdility? Is it even a word? Motherfucker. So it created this impulse, took all the highs, and then just pushed to the downside with no setups. Okay, now taking highs again, but still remains bearish from high time frames. So if I want to move to the bearish side, I don't want to miss a thing. So we will have a setup. I mean, this is technical setup, but I don't like it. This is now like real rangy, and instead even moving to the upside. Yeah, if anything it's just rangy. Okay, started this move to the downside again. Okay, and break him to the upside. Let's follow it to the upside. So we are tapped, and let's see if price can hold itself. Starting to hold, but like it's shy, you know. It's yeah. Oh, yeah, it's one more stop. It's one more stop here, unfortunately. So one more stop, which brings us, I guess, to 7R overall, and we need to be careful. Okay, so we are bullish from this 1 hour leg, but at the moment we are moving to the better side. And on daily and on 4 hours we are just in this weird, ugly range. And starting to shift to the downside in alignment with this overall higher time frame trend, and also our higher time frames equal lows target. So I need just to skip a lot of price action because it's really not clear. At the same time, it starts to build up this uptrend after reaccumulation, and we are in the zone. We are not extended, so maybe we can try to follow it to the upside from here. Let's try. So we are tapped and stopped out immediately. And just moving to the downside. So we have one loser, and we start to move to the downside. Oh no, what happens? Some news came in, so now we need to take out this high, this one. Okay, so we take it, and now we are possibly ready to continue to the downside, but at the same time we are stuck in that range. Hmm. Yeah, so definitely bearish. We almost achieved this low, so we just need a good pullback. I mean, this extremely extended for me. Okay, so this is a nice pullback that takes out the lows. A bit better zone would be even this one. And we continue to fall with this messy, ugly price action with basically no entries. So let's do like this. If we turn back and tap here, then we have huge But we are overextended, I guess. Yeah, we are really overextended on the daily. On 4 hours, we want to have a better pullback, I think. Yeah, so I will just cancel it. And it continues to fall. This is pretty clear, but now the price is more like range bound, you know. Yeah, and it actually works out. Yeah, just a range that will probably will want to go and attack some liquidity to the upside. I think it will be my last trade because I'm just tired, you know. Okay, so let's try to follow this bullishness here. If we go to tap, so we go to tap. Break even level and the break even. Motherfucker. So one loser and one break even. So what we have? Let me count. So we only have 5R in plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, 6R plus 6R. So maybe I will try to catch one more winner here. I would still look to take out this high, even though the overall context is really bearish. But yeah, that's crazy how it went. And I mean the price action was really shitty. We need to admit it. It just almost never created something clear, like really clear. So we don't have a tap, and we just cancel it. And we just move to the downside. Now we are moving back to the upside. And we have impulse correction impulse and a fractal impulse correction impulse here. And let's just enter with the market for our target to get immediate stop out. And so -1 here. Okay, and let's now try to enter to the bearish side with the higher time frame and overall middle time frame biases here. So bullish is just not working in this crazy bearish market. It's just I don't know, it's just incredibly bearish. But we don't have a trigger here. Okay, so we have this move, this zone, and a start of a move to the downside. So let's try to join it. So we just enter on the market on kind of on the break of this low. And we are moving to break even. And this is a break even. So we have a loser and a break even. By the way, I don't remember if I recorded this one. So I know that I should have plus 5R overall. No, so this is a loser. 5, 6, yeah, plus 5 and one more break even. It's just a range. It's just an ugly range. Some bullishness came in. Now, does it want to continue? So we are definitely slowing down on the daily. Definitely slowing down. This is looking more like an accumulation, slow pullback. So I will actually, yeah, by the way, you see we targeted this main low, and now this is a medium time frame target. I mean, we are so extended for the bearishness. Yeah, and we continue bullish. Only this setup was an entry and that one, but this one will be stopped out. But I still think that this bullish range has a potential. Yeah. I really don't like this AUD cat pairs. They have these random moves out of nowhere. Okay, so I'm putting my buy stop here, and we'll look to target for R. I think what will happen is this, actually, most likely. So we are tapped, moving to break even. Now we are taking the lows, and now we continue higher, probably. So let's try once again. So let's try same target. So we don't have a tap. No, we don't have a tap here. So I will just not record this trade. It's just a break even. And we have same setup as here, and here impulse correction impulse. So enter with the market. Come on, AUD cat. Come on. Let's do it. Ay. Okay, so we need to break this high in order for me to move to break even. Okay, so we broke it, and I'm moving to break even. Breaking one more high, and not being able to hold itself. And reversing. It would be a nice finish for this backtesting session. Just reversed a pip away. So 2 more break evens. Okay, I will record them because break evens are epic in this backtesting session. They are just epical. Ooh, how I'm tired because of these break evens. And we are falling even lower, so continuing the bearish move here. This setup was okay, but I'm just missing it, and I'm looking for a pullback. Now pullback is happening in higher time frame bearishness, in medium time frame bearishness. Extreme zone, we broke. Now we take this high and then possibly continue to the downside. Let's see. So let's first. Okay, I don't like this. So let's try to continue from here to the downside. For one more loser, I guess. Or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, so this will be a loser. Yeah, a loser here, -1. -1. And we are breaking to the upside. Only to do what? To continue to the downside. So let's try to follow the market. Moving to break even. I hate ADCAT. I just hate it. That's why I never traded live. Following this up push would be hard. Maybe we'll have some bearish pullback now. So what we are trying to do on high time frames, we are trying to move even lower. So let's follow bearishness. So we are tapped, having some push, but then reverses immediately, ranges around the entry, continues a push, hopeful lower for a break even, moving to break even. And at last, motherfucker, go fuck yourself, a dickhead. I really hate you. And we have +4R, so let me record and try to understand where we are in terms of results. So we have +20R here, and we have -12, yeah, -12R here, so +8R overall, and a bunch of break evens, several of which almost went to take profit. So let's maybe try to continue. And okay, so I don't know what happened here, but this is definitely weird. And after such overextension, I guess we should have some reaction and at least try to reach deeper zones. We already created some chain of demand here to the upside, and basically if we will have some nice impulse correction, impulse patterns like this, we can try to enter and follow the market. Instead, what we have is one more break-even level, and okay, I'm not moving to break-even yet. I will move with the break of this high. Please, AD cat, wake up. Okay, moving to break-even. Okay, so we have one more winner here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it's possible to wait in real life because it would be a lot of swaps. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what is happening. I educate, I hate you. So one more winner. And oh my god, how much? 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, let's try one more trade. So we have this bullish impulse, we have this impulse correction, possible impulse to the bullish side, and we have all these lows to take out. So first scenario is this one, second scenario is this one. So we are in this huge range. So right now it's just a range, nothing to do. Some more clear price action to the upside, starting to squeeze below the high, and we are breaking to the upside. So I will just enter with the market here. Maybe no, you know, I will wait until it liquidates something, as it likes to do. Yeah, but it does not want to do it. Okay, so now we have a liquidation. Will it be even deeper? I don't know. But right now it's pretty clear, so I will just enter. Okay, so should we move to break even with this motherfucking AD cat? I don't want this trade to be a loser. It was a 2R. Basically, it was a 2R. Okay, let's wait for a break of this high and then move to break even. So this is a break even and a winner. Okay, so I think this is it for the session because I'm tired as fuck. And we have one more winner. Let me calculate what we have. So overall, we finished with plus 16R over the course of, and we have 29 trades. So you know, let's just do a quick let's do one more trade. So we have still bullish bias, and we continue to push bullish, but we want to liquidate something first, maybe. And I just want to do 30 trades, you know. So it's just a range starting to break out, and let's enter with the market, stop loss under the low, and let's target something like this. Break even. Okay, great. So it's just a perfect finish for the session, you know. Yeah, and it will reach the target. Yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, so we have 30 trades, 16R profit, and this is nice. You saw for yourself, it was pretty dramatic. A lot of break-evens and a lot of losers. Yeah. Thank you very much for being here, and bye.